The 945th edition of the MMA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog is hooking up new customers. Play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with promo code MMA SGPN.
Heidi ho, degenerinos. Welcome to episode 945 of the MMA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network, dedicated to Bakayoko, one of our friends on YouTube, who thinks it's a he for sure. Simon Dekker, which is a name I have stolen, is a tribute to legendary Dutch Muay Thai fighter Ramon Dekkers, who I've actually heard of, so that means he is legendary. So I guess it's okay that I have that nickname, Ramon Dekker. Still, it's not a porn actor.
We were worried it was like NSFW or possibly racist, right? We were worried about.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Yeah, it could be some racist thing at this point, or Nazi thing at this point. So yeah, so thank you for clarifying that for us. I'll still be Simon Dekker, aka Jeff Fox. That's the GDW, the goddamn wizard Gumby Vreeland. We're back to the second part of our UFC Fight Night breakdown. UFC's back at the Apex, baby. Just what we wanted to see. We did 7 fights yesterday, all of the prelims. Today, pretty much a team right here. Today, we have got the 6-fight main card. Any thoughts on the lines or the fights on this here main card? Or you just want to dive into it, Gumby?
A couple I really liked that on this one, and one that is becoming less favorable as time goes. But at the same time,
a lot of lines have gone against me.
I think you know in the one I'm talking about. There's one I really liked, like 4 days ago.
Yeah, it's getting worse. Yeah. Most of the lines have not gone in my favor, which I guess kind of is good. That means people are thinking the same thing.
Means you're in with the public. I don't know if that's good. Sometimes that's good. Sometimes it's not
Fade
good.
the public. Feed the public. I love that gambling strategy that people use. That seems to be a Yanni type of thing. All right, well, let's dive into it. Before we do, though, reminder, we cover every sport over here, not just MMA on this here network. We got NFL, MLB, NBA, college football, and NHL. All those sports are live, and we got podcasts giving out free picks for all of them. So subscribe to the SGPN feed to catch every episode wherever you get your podcasts. All right. This event here we're talking about, UFC Vegas 110, you can call it for short, or UFC Fight Night Garcia versus Onama. Saturday start time, 4 p.m. were the prelims that we covered yesterday. If you've not watched and or listened, make sure you do that. Today, we've got the main card, which will be a 7 o'clock start on ESPN Plus, 6 fights. We're kicking things off with, there should be odds on whether or not Jamal Hill will be in the crowd or not. Really, some offshore should do that. Now that he's shown his face again at the Apex. All right, we got flyweights kicking things off. Allan Nascimento, he's from Brazil. Cody Durden from the United States of America. 3 5-minute rounds. 125. Durden is custom made. I think we've discussed what custom made. What I'm not sure. That's what all the kids are asking for Christmas this year. I hear though, custom made Cody Durdens is what they want. Underneath the tree. He's 17-8-1, 6 knockouts, 6 submissions. And when you pull the string in the back, he tells you to go back to wherever you came from, right? He's the guy, right? That
yes, he's
the guy and told him to go back to China or whatever. Yeah,
highly Alatangi.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. He is 17-8-1, 6 knockouts, 6 submissions. He's been knocked out twice, submitted 4 times, 6-6-1 in the UFC. He's taking his fight on short notice, very short notice. Like when I was starting doing the breakdown for these fights a couple days ago, he had just been announced, so he's got like less than a week here to prepare. 0-2 over his last 2, 1-4 over his last 5. Got TKO'd in his last bout. Regional champ. He's fed at 135. 1-0 in pro kickboxing. 3-0 in pro boxing. He's more active landing strikes than Nascimento. He's got better grappling stats than Nascimento. He's been outstruck by 0.91 strikes per minute plus 226. Puro Oso, which means, do you remember, Gumby?
True of heart? Is it true of heart?
I'm going to have to look it up now because I forgot what it means. In English, Puro Oso. Some people, our Portuguese and Brazilian listeners are yelling, pure bone is what it translates to. Or only bone. So there you go, Gumby.
Bony?
Bony, yes, he's a bony fighter. Nascimento is 21-6. He has got 1 knockout, 15 submissions. He's never been finished in a fight. That makes him durable. 3-1 in the UFC. He's won 3 straight and 5 of 8. He lost the fight October 2021. Missed weight before at 125. 0-1 in contender series because he lost 2.
Oh God, I don't remember him.
That's good. It was a long time ago.
And I feel like it was Brazilian contender series, if I'm not. Oh no, he lost to that guy who controlled the position weirdly for a large amount of time in that fight and tired him out.
He fought in the UFC for quite a while.
Yeah, because he tired him out and got a contract.
It was the main event.
Was it a TKO he won that fight?
Nope. Split decision.
Oh, that's not. Nope, I'm not gonna get it.
Hollian Paiva.
Nope, that's not the fight I was thinking of. But okay.
Seeing if anyone else came off the show. Luana Carolina. She's still around.
Paiva, one of those guys who has like very surprising wins on his resume. Go look at that dude's resume. It's weird.
Thiago Moises came off that UFC event, contender series as well. So there you go. It was back in 2018 for those keeping track at home. So that is Nascimento. Used fed at 135, 2011 pro MMA debut. An inch taller than Durden, 2-inch reach advantage, better striking stats. He's outstruck his opponents by 0.68 strikes per minute, minus 250. Obviously, I'm not taking Durden, especially Durden on short notice. Durden kind of was a thing a few years ago. He had a little bit of a run there. But yeah, Nascimento's, despite being a grappler, is a better striker than Durden, I think. And he's obviously in a very good grappler as well. So give me Nascimento. I'm not taking Cody Durden in less than a week's notice.
Well, and what's Durden's path to victory in almost all of his fights, right? Be a grinder. Yeah. Go mix it up on the ground. Do you want to mix it up on the ground with Allan Nascimento? That dude's got 15,
pure bone, man.
And that dude's got 15 submissions. And against like good dudes, you know, he looked good on the ground against, what was it, Jafel Filo? And like, you know, we've seen Cody Durden get caught in dumb submissions before. You know, ask Jimmy Flick what's up, you know? And so for all those reasons, you know, like if he's going to get flying triangle submissioned by Jimmy Flick, I don't like his chances of wrestling with Allan Nascimento. And again, like you said, I think Allan Nascimento is a better striker. You got the short notice aspect of it all. Yeah. I mean, all signs point to an Allan Nascimento win here.
He's not the high IQ Cody Durden. He's not the high IQ Cody.
Cody Brundage.
Yeah, that's a different Cody. That's what you got to remember when you're breaking down this fight. All right. So we locked up on that one. Let's go to 170 now. Charles Radtke. You may wonder who that is. I'll let you know in a second if you don't know. Daniel Frunza. He's another Romanian. Shout out to Jong. 3 5-minute rounds, 170. Frunza. Tagano is the nickname, which is no, I'm thinking of Sagano. What's Tagano mean, Gumby?
I don't have any idea. It's probably Romanian, right? I don't know Romanian.
Yes. No, I knew a little bit, but I don't know what it means. Someone shout out and let us know what Tagano means. All right, okay. I'm too lazy to look up more than that. He's 9-3 with 8 knockouts. He's been knocked out once, submitted twice. He owes his rounds. 0-1 in the UFC. He's won 5 of 6 though, but he got TKO'd in his last bout. 1-0 contender series. 4 inches taller than Radtke. An inch reach advantage. 4 years younger. Twice more active landing strikes than Radtke. But he has been outstruck in the UFC by 0.37 strikes per minute. Frunza is at plus 140. Chuck Buffalo is what Charles Radtke's name is. He's not from Buffalo, though. He's 10-5. 5 knockouts, 2 submissions. He's been knocked out 3 times. 3-2 in the UFC. Loss over his last 3. 7-2 over his last 9. Got TKO'd in his last bout. He's a regional champ. 0-1 in Bellator. RIP. He's fed at 155. 0-1 as a pro grappler. He's been outstruck in the UFC by 0.55 strikes per minute. Better grappling stats than Frunza, minus 145.
Hey, real quick pause. I got Tagano in Romanian as meaning either gypsy or swarthy gentleman.
Swarthy gentleman's great.
He's pretty swarthy. But I don't know which one of those definitions we're using here. But yeah, either gypsy or swarthy gentleman. I'm gonna take the swarthy gentleman in this one. I'm gonna take Daniel Frunza. You know, at first I was like, you know, that fight with Reese McKee doesn't bode that well. But the other thing I will say about that fight with Reese McKee is like he was taking all those punches and like, yeah, he didn't look great doing it. But like he's a guy who in the past has taken a lot of punches and like moved him. You got swarthy gentleman. Your nickname now. I love that. Yeah, like I mean, like he's just got the ability to like take a shot and move forward. In like what we are seeing slowly from Chuck Buffalo is he doesn't have that anymore. Like watch his last fight. Was it Mike Malott? just like he didn't even hit him hard. Like it looked like that punch like barely touched him. It was short range. He didn't generate a lot of punch on it, and it like messed him up with that punch. And then he followed up with a couple of shots. So this guy has been knocked out 2 out of 3 fights. And like Frunza's got big KO power, and has done so in like tight range in the past. I'm thinking back to his fight with Harris Tulunzik. Like he was losing that fight for a large chunk of it. And Tulunzik's a good prospect. Knocked him out at the last second because he's like a dog even late in the fight. So like you can give me plus 140 on a guy who I know can like withstand whatever Chuck Buffalo brings and has a chance to knock him out nonstop for 15 minutes. Yeah, I'll take Frunza on that one.
Let's do it. Let's go with the swarthy gentleman.
Swarthy gentleman.
Bigger, younger, and obviously, as Gummy said, he's got KO power with the guy who's been.
And he's swarthy. He's swarthy.
Yeah, he's swarthy. and Chuck Buffalo's been basically every one of his fights is a battle, and so he's eaten a lot of shots over the years, and perhaps, like as Gumby said, perhaps the chin is not what it used to be, especially after feeling that what am I trying to say? That Canadian power that he felt in his last bout, right? Legendary Canadian power, of Michael Ott. All right, we're both in on Frunza, another dog. Awesome. All right, before we get to more plays, we are brought to you by mybookie.ag. MyBookie is your place to bet on football and everything else. Their prop builder is second to none. Their motto is bet on anything, anywhere, anytime. Easy deposit, lightning fast payouts using crypto. Check out all the MMA lines. We basically every episode we break down. MyBookie will have lines for that promotion 99% of the time. Definitely UFC. So head to mybookie.ag. Use our promo code MMASGPN. That way you get 100% bet back bonus up to $500 for new customers. So that's mybookie.ag, promo code MMASGPN. And we're also brought to you by NoVig, N-O-V-I-G, one word. NoVig is America's #1 sports prediction market. NoVig, you're getting the best prices. They got reduced juice, after all. NoVig is available in 35 plus states. Download the NoVig app and get $50 when you spend $5 if you use our promo code SGPN. So get in on the action with NoVig, promo code SGPN. Let's move on up this here fight card. We are going to 145 now. Isaac Dulgarian, who is on Top Turtle MMA podcast this week. He's from the United States. Yadier Del Valle. Is it Valle or Valle?
I think it's Valle.
Yadier, neither of what I said. Yadier Del Valle. He is from Cuba. 3 5-minute rounds, 145. I'll tell you about Del Valle. The Cuban problem. 9-0 with 2 knockouts, 3 submissions. He's 1-0 in the UFC, 1-0 Contender Series, won his last bout via submission. Used to fight at 155. 2 inches taller than Dulgarian. Better striking stats and twice more active landing strikes than Dulgarian because he has outstruck his opponents. So we have stats for the past 2 fights by 4.03 strikes per minute. Despite all that, plus 220 for him. The Midwest Choppa with an A. 7-1, 4 knockouts, 3 submissions. He has never been finished in a fight. 2-1 in the UFC, submission win in his last bout. That was back in September 2024. Regional champion. 2-inch reach advantage over the Cuban problem. He's outstruck his opponents by 1.55 strikes per minute. Better grappling stats than Del Valle, minus 235.
Yeah, Dulgarian all day here for me. I think Del Valle is a really nice prospect. You might remember when he was going through the regional scene and on his way up. Like I was a guy who was like, they need this guy in the UFC. Like he is really, really good. I think this is too much for him. Like we've seen, even when he was on the way up, like kind of the question was, will his takedown defense hold up? Yeah. Dude, Isaac Dulgarian is so good at grappling. Like, I mean, like he took the grappling to Christian Rodriguez, which like that's kind of Christian Rodriguez's thing, right? It's like that he's more of a dog and can bring that grappling game to you and kind of counter grapple you. And like Dulgarian handled him there. Now, granted, Dulgarian winds up losing that fight, which is an absolute farce. Go on MMA decisions and go ahead and look at all of the scorecards there, because I have to imagine nobody outside of maybe Sherdog has it for Christian Rodriguez.
It's been a while since you've gone after.
I mean, like I recently got reminded about how bad they are. I can't remember what fight I was recently looking at, but it was maybe it was the Nathaniel Wood one, which like I know a lot of people had Jose Delgado in that fight, but he like got outstruck in 2 out of 3 rounds and taken down on the same rounds. And again, Sherdog all over it. They just listen to what DC is saying. But yeah, in this fight, I think the fact that we worry about Del Valle's takedown defense It's only 67% in his 2 UFC fights that he handedly won. You turn around and you give him somebody like Dulgarian, who is just like an absolute juggernaut in the grappling department. And look, he's got good hands too. Like, he's put people out with crazy knockout power as well. But like, I think the big move here is he's just so much better when it comes to grappling. So I'm going Dulgarian.
Yes, as am I. He's a finisher too, which is good. But yeah, it's well, if he wants to strike with him, fine. Because like you said, he can finish fights up there. But there's a bigger advantage on the ground for him, I think, in this fight. So that's what he should do. So hopefully you told him that when you interviewed him, Gumby. Hopefully off air you said, hey, take it to the mat here, kid.
I've only given one fighter ever suggestions about what to fight, and he asked for it. So
Yes, exactly.
I've never
asked for it.
No unsolicited advice here from Gumby.
There you go. All right. It's going to cost you money if you want advice from Gumby. All right. We're going to third from the top. That is at 170. We've got Themba Gorimbo from Zimbabwe. That's something I don't get to say often. He's fighting Jeremiah Wells from the United States. 3 5 rounds, 170, like I said, welterweight. I will tell you about Wells first. 12-4-1, 5 knockouts, 4 submissions. He's been submitted once. 4-2 in the UFC. He's lost 2 straight. Before that, he won 6 straight. He's not fought in over a year and a half, well over. February 2024 was his last fight. He's not won since April 2023. Multiple regional championships on his
mantle.
Correct. Get our shirts, get our merch, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/store. 2012 pro MMA debut. Wiles has outstruck his opponents by 1.1 strikes per minute. In the UFC, he's at plus 125. The answer, Themba Gorimbo. I don't know what the question is, but he's got the answer. 14-5, 2 knockouts, 6 submissions. He's been knocked out once, submitted 3 times, 4-2 in the UFC. He's won 4 out of 5. He did get submitted in his last bout, though. Regional champ, he's fight at 155, 2013 pro MMA debut. 4 inches of height over Wells, 3-inch reach advantage, 5 years younger, better striking stats, more active landing strikes, better grappling stats as well. He's outstruck his opponents by 2.06 strikes per minute, minus 120. I think we're going to be on the opposite sides of this one. I'm taking Gorimbo in this fight, Gumby. Bigger, younger, obviously. I like that. Better grappler as well. Maybe a better striker. Not as much power though, as well as obviously. I'm kind of out of the Jeremiah Wells business at this point. He's just does not look good in his past couple of fights. So give me the answer here at minus 120.
So we're not on different sides. I'm going to take Themba Gorimbo as well.
Wells is from the camp you like though.
I'm going to stop you real quick and say that I think you're wrong about part of your breakdown. I do not think Themba Gorimbo is a better grappler. I think Themba Gorimbo is multitudes of worse in terms of his grappling than Jeremiah Wells.
Not a better wrestler, better grappler.
I still think no. I think Jeremiah Wells head and shoulders better than Themba Gorimbo. Here's why I like Themba Gorimbo though. Jeremiah Wells' fight IQ is out the window. This dude forgets that he's good at grappling so regularly because he's got a nuke for a right hand. But like he's at such a reach disadvantage here. And like we've seen it in the last 2 fights. He loads up that right hand. He's really obvious with loading up that right hand. And he thinks for sure he's going to land that right hand with devastating fashion. And when he does it, he's exhausted and can't hit the takedowns late. If game plan 1 in this fight for Jeremiah Wells is to shoot a takedown early and to control Themba Gorimbo from the top and win rounds, Jeremiah Wells wins easily. With that being said, I'm still picking Themba Gorimbo because I think that won't be his game plan. I think his game plan will be load up on the right, try to knock this guy's head off, and not be able to do so.
And Jeremiah Wells is 39 years old. I just thought I'd mention that at this point.
Also not great.
Yeah, he's probably going to tire himself out, like you said. Seems to be spiraling down as well over his past few fights. All right, we're both in on Gorimbo, which is good to see. Before we get to the last couple fights and our fancy dancy plays, Underdog Fantasy Time. Underdog is your home for pick'em entries where you can win up to 5,000 times your entry. Maybe you can include one of Gummy's plays on your pick'em ballot this week.
Hey, the Warriors are playing the Bucks tonight here on Thursday, and you know what that means, don't you, Jeff?
The Warriors, Al Horford time?
It's Al Horford time. We're gonna go with Al Horford higher than 1.5 3-pointers. You know he's gonna bag us a couple. He's been on the bench for a couple of games because he's been beat up. He's got to be itching to fire off a dozen threes. So give me Al Horford's higher than on his 3-pointers made.
He's like as old as Jeremiah Wells, basically, is he not? Maybe even older than that, actually.
I don't know. I think I saw him hit a game-winning shot in the Garden like a dozen years ago.
Yeah. Al Horford is 39 years old. Yep, exact same age. That's what I was thinking. All right. So take that play. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with our code MMA SGPN. And Rhythm, RITHMM. Rhythm is crushing it in college football, NFL, and now just added the NBA. Rhythm is also giving away weekly cash prizes just for tracking your bets in the app. Track 5 bets of the same type from any model you build, and you can win $1,000. Gumby, do you have a Rhythm prediction for us?
Sure. We got the Baltimore Ravens visiting the Dolphins on Thursday. Look, I know the Ravens haven't been good. I don't know if Lamar Jackson is going to be back at quarterback, but look, Jeff could be playing quarterback, and I'd still take the Ravens -7.5. So give me the Ravens -7.5 against these god-awful Miami Dolphins.
Yep, it must be god-awful. Use promo code SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app for 25% off your first month. So download Rhythm, RITHMM, and use our promo code SGPN25. All right, co-main event, as we mentioned in yesterday's episode, Waldo Cortes-Acosta coming off a loss is in the co-main event. This is Apex, baby. He's from the Dominican Republic. Ante Delija, he is from Croatia. They're fighting at heavyweight. They will fight 3 5-minute rounds if needed. Salsa Boy is Cortes-Acosta. 14-2, 6 knockouts, 1 submission. He's never been finished in a fight. 7-2 in the UFC. He's 5-1 over his last 6, but he did get beat in his last bout. 1-0 on Contender Series LFA champion formerly. 1-0 in Bellator, RIP. 6-4 as a pro boxer. Based on their last weigh-ins, he was 23 pounds heavier than Delija. He's an inch taller. He's a year younger. Better grappling stats than Delija. He's outstruck his opponents by 2.1 strikes per minute in the UFC and the Contender Series. He's at plus 123. Delija, walking trouble. That's a very good nickname. It's 26-6, 13 knockouts, 6 submissions. He's been knocked out 4 times, submitted once. 1-0 in the UFC. He's won 2 straight and 7 of 8. Past 2 wins via TKO or KO. He's went 8-3 in the PFL and was the champion there at heavyweight a few years back, 2022, I believe. 2011 Pro MMA debut. Better striking stats and more active landing strikes than Cortes-Acosta. He outstruck, this is based off one fight though. He outstruck his opponent, which was Marcin Tybura, by 4.39 strikes per minute in that bout. Minus 120. I'm taking Delija. Oh, actually, it's you. I'm taking Delija anyhow, but you go first.
Yeah, I'm taking Delija. Like
there you go.
Have I taken Waldo Cortes-Acosta yet? I don't know.
And it's hurt us, but no, we haven't.
I don't think he's good. I continue.
That was my breakdown. You stole my.
He's gotten better, right? Like the takedown defense against what was it? Sergey Spivak held up a little bit,
right?
But man, how good did Delija look on the feet last time against Marcin Tybura? He's got really great pressure. He trains with Tom Aspinall, which is definitely helping him out lately. I like his top control. I like his ground game. I like his ground and pound. Like he's aggressive and physical, and like. I don't know. Does he look worse than Waldo Cortes-Acosta on the feet? I don't think he looks worse than him on the feet. And if he looks better than him on the feet, then like he both looks better in the avenue that Waldo Cortes-Acosta wants and has another avenue, which by the way, Waldo Cortes-Acosta has only had against the very worst grapplers we've ever seen. Right. He beat Robelis Despaigne that way.
Right.
And so like outside of that, when have we seen Waldo Cortes-Acosta look like even an adequate grappler? You know, I think Delija has that avenue and doesn't even need to use it. So, yeah, give me Ante Delija.
Yeah, Cortes-Acosta is one of those guys who likes to lean, and then it gets hit a lot. He eats a lot. He's got a good chin, mind you, but that'll only take you so far at heavyweight.
Marcin Tybura had a good chin for a really long time.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, Delija is good because Delija's a pick because Cortes-Acosta is not good. But obviously, you know, he also is a better grappler, and he can crack a bit, and Cortes-Acosta likes to eat punches. So there you go. Now I gave you a proper breakdown there. Main event, which is good. Both these guys have not main evented a UFC card yet, so that's what you like to see. That's what the Apex tactics should be, showing new people off in the main event. Steve Garcia, United States. David Onama, Uganda. Another thing I do not say often. 5-minute rounds, 145. I'll tell you about Onama first. Silent Assassin versus Mean Machine. That's good. I like these nicknames matching up. 14-2 for Onama. 7 knockouts, 4 submissions. He's never been finished in a fight. He's 6-2 in the UFC. He's won 4 straight and 6 of 7. He last lost a fight August 2022. He's missed weight before at 145. He used to fight up at 155. He's a regional champ, 2 years younger than Garcia. He's outstruck his opponents by 0.51 strikes per minute. He's at plus 117. Mean Machine, Steve Garcia, 18-5, 14 knockouts. He's been knocked out once, submitted once. 7-2 in the UFC. He's won 6 straight. He last lost a fight June 2022. He used to fight at 135 and 155. 1-0 on Contender Series. He's missed weight before at 135, but now he's up a weight class. No worries. 5-2 in Bellator, RIP. 2013 Pro MMA debut. An inch of height, an inch of reach over Onama. Better grappling stats than Onama. He's outstruck his opponents by almost 3 strikes a minute. Plus 2.98 strikes per minute in the UFC. Minus 125. So a close one on paper for the main event. Gumby gets to go first.
Did I not go first on Delija?
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm taking Steve Garcia.
I am
Mean Machine.
I am as well.
Yeah. Not the greatest technical striker, but he can slang a lot and hits.
I mean,
he
outstruck hard. Calvin Kattar.
No, he outstrikes people, but he just maybe his technique. He's more of a he really slangs it, but he's got so much power behind him. It's hard to pick against him here because I think Onama's going to eat one of these shots. So and Garcia's on such a crazy roll here too. He's fought and beaten better people as well. If you want to just look at resume alone, so I like the number on him too.
I think you're maybe underplaying how good he is technically because I do I think he's got some gaps. Do I think he's not the best in the world? Yeah, for sure. But I do think he went in and had a technical kickboxing match with Calvin Kattar and came out the winner in that. And that alone is like a super feather in his cap. That's telling me this guy is ready for the tippity top. And when you watch David Onama's fight back with Roberto Romero, who we mentioned on yesterday's episode, the bottom line is in that fight, Roberto Romero turned up the pressure and was like, what will this dude do with somebody in his face? And the answer was wilt. The answer was get popped on the chin. The answer was get dropped. Because for those of you who don't remember, it's a win against Roberto Romero on short notice, but he got dropped in that fight in the first round and damn near gave up a rear naked choke in the first round. Man, I think Steve Garcia is multitudes better than Roberto Romero, and he's good at the same things, right? Like he's good at turning up the pressure. He's good at being in your face. So yeah, I like Steve Garcia in this one. I'm a little worried on the power that comes back on David Onama because it does come out of nowhere sometimes, seemingly. But like that's why it's lined as close as it is. So yeah, I'm on Garcia here.
But if you want to trade blows, I'll put my money down to Garcia over pretty much.
Because I think he's a class better in terms of his striking skills. So like, while they might both have the bomb, I think he's more likely to find it.
Yeah, not many people have the bombs that Garcia has in his arsenal either. All right, let's recap, but don't you go away. We got more plays for it. We both have Garcia, both have Delija, we both have Gorimbo, we both have Dulgarian, we both have Frunza, we both have Nascimento. Hey, team ride. There you go. All right. We got locks, dogs, and props going down now. My turn to go first? Your turn to go first?
Your turn to go first. Do you want me to predict yours?
Okay, go ahead. Who would I
like? For your lock, you like Ante Delija?
Nah, he's my backup. But it's heavyweights, which makes me a little nervous. Give me Themba Gorimbo, same price, minus 120.
I'm gonna take the aforementioned Ante Delija.
Okay, yep.
He's my guy. I'm gonna ride with him. You're gonna take for your dog. You like Chang Ho Lee?
I sure do. You can find out why in yesterday's episode. He's at plus 106.
All right. And
maybe by the time you hear this, he could be a favorite by you because that number's not going in the right direction. But anyhow,
I'm going to take the only dog you didn't get down on it with me, and I'm going to take Phil Rowe. Okay. I think he's a sleeper at the current price, which is plus 175.
Yeah, no, I agree with that, even though I didn't pick him here. For my prop, it's a negative prop, but whatever. Norma Dumont wins via decision, minus 104. That's all. That's how she wins. And she's going to beat Ketlin Vieira. So I will take that as my prop.
I'm down between two. Which one do I want?
Throw another one in the Hungry Man Jong.
No, because
you can give up both if you want.
All right. I'll give you the one I like, and then I'll also mention the other one. So the one I'm gonna go with for my official prop of the week, I'm gonna take Montserrat Ruiz. I'm going to take her plus 3.5. I'm going to take her plus 3.5.
Yeah.
Because while I liked her on the money line on yesterday's episode, like I recognize, like, she's had her moments where she's looked kind of terrible. I don't think Ardelian finishes her. So like, as long as her wrestling takes over one round, you're going to cash this, and it's plus 180 for her to win a single round in this fight. And so for that, plus 3.5, Montserrat Ruiz. And the other one I was contemplating, Frunza KO. We've seen, Truck Buffalo get knocked out a couple of times. Frunza KO is plus 225, but it's just close enough to the money line where I'm like not quite sold on going to that yet.
All right. Delija, Gorimbo, locks, Rowe, Lee, dogs, Ruiz plus 3.5, Dumont via decision. All right. Hungerman Jong Sumpling is coming up now, Gumby.
Yeah, we're gonna go parlay. I'm gonna take Ante Delija inside the distance. He's gotten a lot of finishes lately. I know Waldo Cortes-Acosta hasn't been finished, which is why we're getting a slightly better number on here. But that's plus 185 right now. So I like that to start the 10-1 parlay we're looking for. And then I'm gonna go Isaac Dulgarian in his fight. While Yadier Valle, again, undefeated. I think I noted his issues with his takedown defense. I think the takedowns of Dulgarian are going to be too good, and that's going to give him a lot of chances for submissions. His submission line right now, 375. So we put those two together, and you're going to get plus 1253.
Nice. So Delija inside the distance, Dulgarian submission, and you're set. All right. If you want to talk more about this here event or anything else MMA related, we're at MMA Gambling Podcast on Discord. So MMA Gambling Podcast.com/Discord. Twitter SGPN MMA. He's at Gumby Real, and I'm at Jeff Fox Writer on Instagram as well. Check out our YouTube if you're not already. You can hit us up in the comments there, MMA Gambling Podcast. Check out my Substack from my MMA writing, picking contests, stats analysis, all that stuff at moneymma.substack.com. Gummy's got a podcast. One of the gentlemen on it this week we just spoke about, right?
Yeah. We got Isaac Dulgarian. We also got Shamar Williams, who we talked about on our Anthony Pettis FC episode earlier this month. And then we dropped a bonus episode because I had an extra interview with Corey Fry, who is fighting on Octagon 79 on Saturday.
Check out Top Turtle. Of course, we're at sportsgamblingpodcast.com, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/store, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Patreon. Normally, I would say we'll see you on Sunday, but we owe you another regional episode, so we'll be back tomorrow for that, right?
Yeah. And I'm Data Gumby Freeland. He's the swarthy gentleman, Jeff Fox, and we will see you tomorrow.